G'day guys, welcome to Restoration Revival on the weekend. We're about to get my Datsun 620 ready for daily driving duties, and I'm about to tell you why. So this here is my daily rig, my work ute. Unfortunately, we got an issue. The throw-out bearing, or the thrust bearing in the clutch, is making this god-awful, horrible noise. Hang on, just start her up. Glow plug. Alright, the clutch. Ooh! That's not good. Problem is, I'm not sure if it is or not, but if that's locked up, it's hitting on the bending springs on the pressure plate, it's going to chew through them, and I can't have that because that'll leave me stranded somewhere. And this is a big heavy pig, and it's my tow rig. I can't exactly chuck this on the car trailer and tow it home with that. It's not going to work. So I've got to stop driving it until I can fix it. There's a waiting list on anyone who can fix it for me. So I start daily driving between my ute, my little 620, and my Honda. So this weekend I'm going to get stuck into the Datsun 620. But yeah, the new gearbox is $4.5 grand, and I can't outlay that right now. But the 620, she's going sweet. There's nothing wrong with it. But when it's cold starting, I have to get out and manually flick the clutch over, choke, so it'll start when it's cold. So I've got to sort out a bracket so I can get this choke cable working on the carbon. So I'm going to do that, and if I've got enough time as well, I'm thinking I might put the stock standard exhaust back on it, because as good as it sounds, it is quite noisy and it fills my cabin up with fumes, and I don't like that, and the police probably wouldn't like it either. So I'm going to, I've still got the stock exhaust, but I'll have to pull this one off and put the stock exhaust back on it, and that involves a little bit of welding, but that's not too bad. So we'll get stuck into that on this weekend. Yeah, anyway, it's nearly ready for colour. I'll show you that when it's done. So here we are, it's Saturday. Got the old 620 up on the ramps. We're outside because I couldn't be bothered removing stuff out of the shed, and I do have a concrete pad here. Eventually I want to get all the dirt off this concrete pad, because yeah, it is my outside working area. And yeah, so last night I didn't film it because I wanted to do it in a real hurry, but I made up a bracket for my choke cable here. This isn't permanent, by the way, guys. I just wanted to get it done quick, because yeah, as I said, I need to daily drive this thing for a while. I was in my head, I had this fancy cantilever idea, because it's got to pull this way, that I was going to make up this cantilever system here so the choke could pull from behind. That way I don't have to have it flapping around like this. But as I said, this isn't permanent. This car is getting a full resto mod, so that will do for now, because it works. Alright, I just needed to be able to start my car on a cold morning without opening the bonnet. So now, next thing is doing away with my race exhaust, putting the original oregano exhaust back on it. So yes, that's my goal for the day. So what I really need to do is to try and separate these two bits Not sure I'm going to be able to because, ooh, she looks rusty. If I can't get that, I'll get this one out. Either way, I need to separate this because I need to weld this back onto this bit. I also need to get under there and well, I need to get the original exhaust, the race exhaust off first. So that's first port of call. So I've got to get some tools together and get that off right now. Okay, first off, I've got to get the back section out. Might even try and use this muffler with the other muffler. See how we go. Maybe not today, because I want to get it done. Whoopsie. Okay. This exhaust rattled like hell anyway, it's pretty annoying. Okay. Got it. Yeah. Alright guys, what I've got to do first is I've got to cut this bit off and weld it back onto the original pipe. Okay, first things first, when I welded this together, what I did to make it fit, because that's a smaller size pipe, was I made some cuts all around the edge so I could squeeze it together and then weld the cuts up. This pipe, the original pipe from the original exhaust, is this part here, and it goes inside the exhaust to about here. So I'm hoping that I can actually match it back up to this line here, so I can weld it back to where it once was. So yeah, I'm just going to cut it off just on the weld that I made here, and then I'll weld it back to the original pipe. So there we go. So you can actually, I'm not sure whether you can see it, but there's a seam, you can see it running down the center of the pipe on the inside of both sides. So I'm going to line those up, and that's where I'm going to weld it back together, because that's where it should have been when it was originally one piece. Someone left the helmet on grind. Just about blinded myself. Oh, I've got a tack on there anyway. Awesome. Put another one on just to be safe. Oops, that's not a tack, that's a hole. That'll do. Actual thought is maybe it's because I'm just getting old. You know, I'm 52 now, so that I think like an old fella. But I'm thinking instead of having this Loudon obnoxious like it is, I'm actually going to go the opposite way and make it really, really quiet, like on the inside of the cab as well. Put a nice sound system in it, have it all nice and modern. Not so much looking modern, but just with all the mod cons on the inside of the car, like air conditioning and power windows and, you know, all that sort of stuff. Satellite navigation and all that. Anyhow, that's ready to bolt back in the car, that bit, but first I've got to get something else done. Hang on, let's... Okay, I've kind of got to get this little bit of pipe out of here, or at least this whole pipe from here to here, because that's got to weld back onto the other piece of front piece of pipe, because it's going to have to go in two pieces. So got the old WD. I'm going to squirt up these bolts, loosen them all off. I might put some around the actual joint itself. Hopefully it soaks in. Same on this one. I reckon I've got more hope of getting this joint here off that's closer to the muffler. Probably better hope of doing that, but I'm going to loosen them all off anyway. Alright, let's have a go at this. Whoop, where are we looking? Here. I think that's 12 mil. Ooh. Oh, no, I got it. Oh, that was easier than I expected. Yeah, that's definitely a 12 mil. So I don't know where my big pipe wrench is going. That's going to be a battle, because I really need that to twist this pipe out. Helps if you put the socket on the right way around. No, it's not a 12 mil. That must be a... Must be, what do you call it? That American style. 1/2 inch. Or a 9/16 or something. I don't know. I thought a 1/2 inch was pretty much a 13 mil. I could be wrong. I just spotted my pipe wrench. I just looked at it. It's right there. So I don't have to go look for that now. But that's loose enough, I do believe, without breaking the studs. Yeah, that should be right. Alright, pipe wrench. Give this a bit of a tap. Might have to heat it. Okay, time to heat her up. Yeah, that's starting to move. We may win. Oh, look at that. Yes! Yes! Alright. I'm going to clean that up so it slides back in easier. Okay. Oh, that's already easier. That's already easier. No drama. Okay, so gonna weld this back onto the other pipe. Okay, that's much quieter. Okay guys, Sunday morning. Yeah, another flat GoPro battery. They just don't last like I'd like them to. Maybe I should try an Insta action cam. Oh well. Exhaust, as you heard, that is on and quiet, which is what I like. I think the induction noise from the side draft's actually louder than the exhaust now when you give it the beans, but that's okay. Sounds nice and throaty. Put a door lock in so I can actually lock it now. Not so much worried about them stealing the ute, it's more my valued possessions while I'm in the shops and that. So I was just down at the body that I'm restoring, way down there. I put the MX-5 seat in it one more time just so I could go sit in that and then sit directly in this. And the difference is only a matter of maybe a couple of inches, so I think when I extend the cab it's only going to have to be a couple of inches. So what I'm thinking is I might try and make it subtle and just bring it out. Might even do away with this drip rail up here. Not sure if it's really necessary, and flush that bit off and just bring the whole thing out a couple of inches and make it subtle. That might be the way I go about it, I do believe. So yeah, when we get a chance to get back onto that, that's what I'll be doing. But I've got to finish putting that door together first, which I did in the last video. I haven't had a chance this weekend because when I sandblast it, I've got to empty my whole shed out just so I can sandblast the door, and then I've got to do all the cleanup afterwards. So I've got to account for quite a few hours to do that process. And unfortunately I didn't have that many hours spare this weekend. Always something to do, guys, always something to do. Now I found, now it's a lot quieter. I can hear all the other noises that are going on in the car, like the I'm not sure whether it's a rear wheel bearing or whether it's the actual diff itself, but she's kind of noisy in the back end. It might be because I welded the diff. I'm not using that diff anyway, I'm using the diff that's in that chassis down there because it's not welded. So yeah, as I said, next I've got to put that door back together. Let me know down in the comments if you want to see me put that door back together, because the actual video didn't do that well of me actually separating the door. So let me know down in the comments, do you want to see me put the door back together? If not, I won't worry about it, and we'll go, well, that just means we'll probably skip a week, and we'll come back and we'll start working on the actual cabin itself instead. But yeah, kind of enjoying it, kind of enjoying daily driving the little 620 here. It's if only it was just a little bit more comfortable. It will be. But yeah, this seat isn't exactly comfortable. But yeah, it's good now. The exhaust is out the back. I can wind the windows down and not get fumed out. So yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna go do some chores somewhere else. So I'll catch you next week, guys. So don't forget, like and subscribe, all that sort of shit. And I'll see you in the next episode. Bye for now.